Now, the period of growth. Those beings would think it's because we understood unskillful things that we suffer as essentially loss of our realities. Means that a lot of people die at that time due to their unwholesome action. So they think that we better do what is a skillful, better do what is a wholesome deed. So why don't we refrain from killing living beings? So after undertake this unskillful, so what they do now, they start to avoid from killing. All right, because they start to avoid from killing. All right, so because they start to avoid from killing, so their lifespan increase. Right. So after that, they start to avoid from stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, backbiting, harsh speech, and talking nonsense. Why don't we give up? So all these are evil, wrong view, three things, illicit desire, immoral, greed, wrong custom, and so on. So why don't we pay respect to father, mother, ascetic, and brahmin, and so on? So this means that they start to do all the wholesome things. Okay. Hello, testing one then? Okay, yeah. All right, so what they do is the other opposite. So the earlier paragraph is talking about all the unwholesome things too. And this paragraph is talking about they start to think about doing all the wholesome thing. Because of this, now we can go faster. Their lifespan and beauty increase. So from 10 years will be 20. 20 will be 40. 40 will be 80. 80, 160. Then 320. 640. 2,000. 4,000, 8,000, 20,000, 40,000, 80,000. So then among those who live fit 80,000, so girls will be marriageable at the age of 500 years. Yeah, because compared to 80,000 and 500 is nothing, right? So then there will be, at that time, their lifespan is very good because their mortality is good. They only have three kind of illness: greed, starvation, and old age. Only these three. Okay, only these three only. So this place will be successful. Okay, so the land will full of people and so on. So the royal city will be Varanasi. There will be full people, plenty of food. So there will be 8,000, 4,000, and this one. Then at that time, the king, there's one king, at this royal capital called Cakkavatti, the king called Sakka. So he will be another wheel-turning monarch, right? So and so on. So what happened later? So means our lifespan increased to 80,000. That means that from the 80,000 down to 10, and now because of they doing good, it's increased up to 80,000. So we have to wait until the lifespan is 80,000. And at that time, what will happen? The king will be King Sankha, and the next Buddha will appear. All right, rising of the Buddha Metteyya. So in the Tipitaka, the Theravada, we know the future Buddha. So that's why in Chinese we have the mirror for, But actually mirror for is not really a Buddha yet. He's actually more on a Bodhisattva. He already waiting in the Tushita heaven, right? Yeah, why we has this name? Because the name is actually recorded. His name is called Metteyya. So they call him mirror for. But actually it should be Maitreya Bodhisattva. So the Blessed One named Metteyya will arise in the world, perfected, fully awakened Buddha, accomplished in knowledge. So you can see this is a chanting of what? Itipiso. All right? So this is a standard phrase for Itipiso. So, no, Samma Sambuddha Vijaya Sambano. right? Just if I have arisen today. So this is the only sutta of the future Buddha Maitreya. Sanskrit is called Maitreya, means one full of love. Okay, Maitreya. So far, I think this may be the only sutta. Yeah. We realize with his own insight in the world with the gods, maras, and divinities, right, and so on. He will teach the Dhamma, beginning in the middle, beginning good in the beginning, middle, and end, meaningful and well phrased. So the Maitreya Buddha, he will teach exactly like the current Gautama Buddha, same also. And he will have many thousand. But because our Gautama Buddha, the lifespan is short 100, so he will not have many. But the Maitreya Buddha, because the lifespan is 80,000, so there will be many, many monks, more monks, you know. You see, the Maitreya Buddha will have many thousands, but the Gautama Buddha only will have many hundreds. So the numbers are different because the lifespan is different. Then the King Saka will have a sacrificial post once built by the King Mahapadana raised up, right? So he will do a lot of good. He will be offer charity to the poor people, and after that he will go forth in the presence of the Buddha Maitreya, right? And so on. Now this is the end already, okay? So he will go forth. The king will go forth under the Buddha Maitreya. Now this part is same. So it's like repeating the first paragraph about Satipatthana. So monk, live your own island, means that be your refuge, be your own lamb, and so on, by observing the body, feeling, mind, and Dhamma. You need to be very mindful and get rid of all the covetousness and displeasure, means don't have clinging and hatred for the world. So this part is a same like the first paragraph, earlier paragraph. Okay. And this part is also same earlier on. Okay. You do in your own domain and so on. Now this part is a different already. All right. So this is called the Itipada. Itipada is a basis for psychic power. Due to this is actually enthusiasm in chanda, due to desire. You have there are four Itipada. One is desire, another one is effort or energy. The other one is a chitta. Chitta is a mind, mental development. Last one is a inquiry. Inquiry is wisdom. So this is called Itipada in Pali. There are four Itipada. This is the Buddha say he had this four Itipada. Okay, so different translation. So having developed and cultivate these four bases of psychic power, they may, if they wish, live for proper lifespan or what left of it. This is the long life of mendicant. So, okay, I think we're going to finish it. All right. Right. So this the Buddha finished the story already. He's talking about the monk should develop the four Itipada and what is a beauty means they have morality. This part is more morality. They're ethical. They're restrained according to monastic code, conduct themselves well, resorting for alms in suitable place, seeing danger in slightest fault, they keep the rules they undertake. This is a beauty for mendicant. So it means that they have morality here. So this is called beauty. And what is happiness for those mendicants? They have a this part is talking about they have a sorry. This part is much more on jhanic power, right? Jhanic power, first absorption, second obsession, third exhaustion, fourth exhaustion. So the happiness for mendicants, for the monks, is entering into jhana. All right, so this part is talking about jhana. And what is wealth? Wealth means, okay, let me, okay. Okay, now wealth means that they practice the metta. Okay. The meditate spreading love to different direction, fourth direction, above. Now, how should we practice metta? We can to above, below, everywhere around, spread the loving kindness to the world, abundant, expansive, free from enmity and ill will. So, beside loving kindness, they have compassion, rejoicing, and then the equanimity. So, four Brahma Vihara. So, this is called wealth, spiritual wealth. And what is power? Okay. Power means undefiled power of wisdom. Means that their mind is free from defilement. Okay. So their mind is free from defilement. So they have insight and of defilement. So this is called power. So by this, I do not see a single power so hard to defeat as the power Mara. So if you want to defeat the Mara, you need to have this power. The power means the wisdom free from defilements. Okay, that's what the Buddha said. Satisfy the mendicants approve what the Buddha said. Okay, now we already finished this sutta. So by this sutta, exactly. Okay, now come to Q&A. What is the main point? Okay, now you already listened 1 hour. What is the main point from this sutta? Okay, 5 precept. Yes. And what else? Yes. You can see the Satipatthana Sutta mentioned at the very beginning, at the end, right? So the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha say, be a refuge, your own refuge, and so on. So that's in terms of practice. In terms of morality, is keeping the 5 precepts. In terms of practice, means practice the Satipatthana. And what else is that he also talked about the loving kindness and so on for Brahma Vihara. And also, how do you get happiness? By entering to jhana. All right. And the beauty means with morality, sila. Okay. So sometimes from the sutta like this, we can pick up some important point. And of course, it's a nice story talking about, so many lifespan and so on. But we also learn how to govern, a country. How do we run a country? Because this universal monarch is actually telling us how should we deal with the society. How to deal with society means you give them protection and so on, and also make sure there's no poor people or less poor people. Because when there are a lot of poor people, what will happen is stealing, right? When people start to steal, there will be unrest. When start to have unrest, then there will be killing and so on. So that's why start from little bit small thing, but it's like fire. When you have a small fire, even though you might not see, you try to cover it up, but the fire will burn. Like the Hong Kong one, the Hong Kong building, it says supposed to be from smoke, whatever, cigarette. You throw the fire, it becomes small thing, becomes spark, big and big and big and big. Okay? So even though it look like very small, okay, maybe one poor people, two people, but this will create lots of problem. Okay. So this is a very interesting sutta. So of course, sometimes with the translation, something also look not clear, but that's why they put the commentary and so on. All right, so yes, I think that's enough. So we just do the